Alright, I'm in the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. I'm in Chapter 9, Weight and Balance. It says, compliance with the weight and balance limits of any aircraft is critical to flight safety. Operating above the maximum weight limitation compromises the structural integrity of the aircraft and adversely affects its performance. Operation with the center of gravity, CG, outside the approved limits results in control difficulty. Alright, weight control. As discussed in Chapter 4, Aerodynamics of Flight, weight is the force with which gravity attracts a body towards the center of the earth. It is a product of the mass of a body and the acceleration acting on the body. Weight is a major factor in aircraft construction and operation and demands respect from all pilots. The force of gravity continuously attempts to pull an aircraft down towards earth. The force of lift is the only force that counteracts weight and sustains an aircraft in flight. The amount of lift produced by an airfoil is limited by the airfoil design, angle of attack, AOA, airspeed, and air density. To assure that the lift generator is sufficient to counteract weight, loading an aircraft beyond the manufacturer's recommended weight must be avoided. If the weight is greater than the lift generated, the aircraft may be incapable of flight. So, effects of weight. This would be 9-1. Any item aboard the aircraft that increases the total weight is undesirable for performance. Manufacturers attempt to make an aircraft as light as possible without sacrificing strength or safety. The pilot should always be aware of the consequences of overloading. An overloaded aircraft may not be able to leave the ground, or if it does become airborne, it may exhibit unexpected and unusual poor flight characteristics. If not properly loaded, the initial indication of poor performance usually takes place during takeoff. Excessive weight reduces the flight performance in almost every respect. For example, the most important performance deficiencies of an overloaded aircraft are higher takeoff speeds, longer takeoff run, reduced rate and angle of climb, lower maximum altitude, shorter range, reduced cruising speed, reduced maneuverability, higher stalling speed, higher approach and landing speed, longer landing roll, excessive weight on the nose, wheel, or tail wheel. The pilot must be knowledgeable about the effects of weight on the performance of the particular aircraft being flown. Pre-flight planning should include a check of performance charts to determine if the aircraft's weight may contribute to hazardous flight operations. Excessive weight in itself reduces the safety margins available to the pilot and becomes even more hazardous when other performance-reducing factors are combined with excess weight. The pilot must also consider the consequences of an overweight aircraft if an emergency condition arises. If an engine fails on takeoff or airframe ice forms at low altitude, it is usually too late to reduce an aircraft's weight to keep it in the air. Alright, we'll hold off there. That was the introduction. Chapter 9, Weight and Balance. That was 9-1-9-2. See ya.